Welcome to the third episode of Youth in Entrepreneurship. This program is produced by Utsaha Nepal, supported by Utsaha Learning Center and Himalayan Munal Apparels. You can watch this show on our YouTube channel, Youth in Entrepreneurship. Namaste, I am Ritika, your anchor of the show. Youth in Entrepreneurship was first launched as a radio talk show in the year 2015 and 2016. From 2021, we have launched this in video format. In this show, we interview and share stories of entrepreneurs and attempt to understand the current scenario of entrepreneurial business in Nepal. The main objective of this show is to promote the innovative ideas of the younger generation. Our guest for today's episode is Ms. Aakriti Pandey, Director of One Corporation. She is an enthusiastic entrepreneur who established an NGO named One Youth Nepal in 2015, where she, along with her team, completed 35 school library and computer lab under Education Infrastructure Project. One Technologies, a vertical of One Corporation, mainly focuses on websites and social media management along with the branding of the company. One Corporation also includes Mitra Films, which produces documentary on food, people, culture and places of different parts of the world. So let us welcome our guest for the day, Ms. Aakriti Pandey. Welcome to this show, Aakriti ji.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm all good. How are you?
I'm good. What was the main idea behind establishing One Youth Nepal? How did you turn it into One Corporation? How has the journey been?
At the beginning in 2015, after the earthquake, there were the team of people and we were the friends and we planned to establish an NGO named One Youth Nepal. So after that, after a few years of One Youth Nepal running, we were the students of IT and management. So after the project completed of Sangja, two of the founder of One Corporation, Jashwa Neupan and Rashmita Limbu, at that time they got like, let's do something in our own sector that we have been studying. So the concept of One Corporation come from there.
So how has been the journey?
It's been a wonderful time, like from NGO, working from NGO and coming to the field where the education, what the education we have been taking and getting that into the corporation is something, a wonderful journey behind.
And what is so unique and entrepreneurial about your organization?
Unique thing is that we start from a social entrepreneur concept, from social entrepreneur to the digital form, working in digital market, social media market. And at the time of doing the project in One Youth Nepal, we visit different districts of Nepal and we cover the documentaries, their people, culture, food, making the documentaries there. And again working with IT field and digital promotional field, branding field is something like in a single umbrella we have a varieties of field that we can involve into.
Okay, so that's the uniqueness. True. How popular are these services currently and what has been the trend in Nepal?
If we look after the market, like regarding the social media and branding, digital branding, it's like we have everywhere, like in-house, everyone knows how to do digital marketing too. But the thing is that how much we do it with knowledge is actually matters. So there are various organizations who worked under the digital marketing, branding, advertising, along with the website. Even website also we have seen lots of website creator, developers in market. But the thing is that when we create a website, what kinds of technology we have been using, everything that actually matters. So market is actually competitive, but the service which we provide is so best that we could compete in the market.
Okay. So who is the target market and what are your strategies to reach them out?
Actually speaking the fact, at this point of the time, we are not targeting with a huge company or the large scale company. We are targeting with working with an entrepreneur, like a small scale entrepreneur and growing together with them so that in the point of the time, like we as a One Corporation and the organization which newly established, we can grow together. So target audience are somehow over there. Along with that, we again work with big houses too.
So that is your strategy?
That's not the strategy, but that's what we are working, planning planning not, we have been implementing.
Do you have any strategy to reach out to your targeted customers?
Strategy, it's like we contact with the people, and it's like a phone calls and emails and talking with them, meeting the people. There is no specific strategy, but we have been working like normally with the audience.
How was your experience when you thought of starting your own venture?
Own venture, it's like after the established of one corporation, there were two founders, as I already mentioned.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was in One Youth Nepal, and we were all in a team. Then after, I worked at advertising agency. So when I worked there, I come to know that it's like a similar what the venture is starting. So being a part of the institution, later it's like growing together we are also.
So can you share us the legal procedure to start an NGO and a corporation, and how was the process like?
For NGO, you have to go and register in CDO and Social Welfare Council and Municipality Office. And for the Company Act, you have to hire a lawyer and you have to go under the Company Act procedure.
So that's the process.
That's the process.
Okay. So how did you raise capital for your company, and how convenient is it for female entrepreneur like you to get loans from bank and financial institutions?
Speaking fact, like we didn't take any loan from any financial institutions. So at the beginning, if I have to go back and see what actually how we started the company is like. With the 20,000 rupees, at first I didn't put the amount. So Jasper Dai and Rashmi Dadi, they both come with 40,000, and how 40,000 has become now as a corporation. So at the starting point, the amount was from 40,000 it was.
Okay, so that's how you started your venture, with 40,000.
40,000.
And you have come a long way.
Yes.
As a young person, how challenging is it to work as an entrepreneur, and how does it feel like to be a female entrepreneur in Nepal?
If we have to look after the challenges, like whatever we start at the beginning, it is itself a challenge. So yes, definitely there is a challenge. Also we have to prove from family side also. Also we have to prove with friends also, even with the community, and everything. After you prove or set something mark, then only the people start believing at you. At the beginning, when we say to anyone like we are starting something, then there will not be like, okay, sure, there will be something, like we have to prove it. Then after, the support and everything will be there. So yes, there is a challenge. And if we look after seeing as a female entrepreneur, yes, there is a challenge also, but I haven't faced any, like as a female, those challenges I haven't faced being a female. It's like equally I have been provided with the opportunity till the date.
Our conversation is becoming really interesting, but now it's time for us to take a break. Keep watching. Welcome back. You are watching Youth in Entrepreneurship. I'm your host Ritika, and today we have Ms. Aakriti Pandey, Director of One Corporation. How's your business after this pandemic? How did the pandemic impact your business?
Pandemic actually affect the business if we have to look that, and most of our clients are from hotel sector. So tourism sector itself being so down in this pandemic, it actually hampered the sector, but we actually try to cope up with that also.
And what do you have to say about the current scenario of entrepreneurs in Nepal?
It's good, like we have a lots of possibilities over here, and we couldn't find out actually. We haven't seen, even we couldn't see where we have to find out, and there are lots of sector that we can be and pull out and be work on that and establish itself as an entrepreneur or startup. So yes, there is a possibilities also. If we have to look around also, we can see lots of possibilities. So yes, there is.
In your opinion, what is the scope for young entrepreneurs in a developing country like Nepal?
Scope is good, but thing is that in developing country, it's all about the support from the people and those who gonna believe you. So at the starting point, there might affect you in believing or proving yourself. But don't worry, after the time, if you work hard on the same thing again and again, definitely it will take a shape. So yes, it's a challenge also, but we have to prove.
Aakriti ji, how active are you on social media?
I'm much more active in social media.
Okay, so how do you balance your professional, personal, and your social life?
Balancing professional, personal, and social life, it's like more into professional life these days. So in morning and at the night time only, I will be at home most of the time. So balancing social life is like, it's more in social media these days, social life. So with family, yeah, I try to manage Saturday, at least Saturday, giving entire day. So beside that, more in professional life.
What are your future plans and visions for your corporation?
Future plan and vision is that we want to establish as one of the best IT company, and one corporation itself hold different background, like one technologies, it looks after the digital branding and websites. So Mitra Films, it's about the documentary and filmmaking. So in coming days we are planning to make the best documentaries around the world, different places, food culture, as we have been doing. So improving on our work and competing in the market is something we are planning forward.
So what motivates you in your everyday life?
What motivates is, it's like your circle actually. Those people with whom you spend your time from morning to evening, people actually motivates me. Those people who are with me.
Every people you meet around motivates you?
Yes.
Okay, nice. And how do you define success?
For me, success is like, if I have to look at it as an entrepreneur, it's a step, because every day you will challenge something, and today you achieve that, tomorrow there will be a beginning of another thing. So it's like a step for another thing and motivation for another thing. Yes, success is, I take it as a motivation or a step.
So we are almost at the end of our show today, but before we wrap up, we have introduced a small segment. Here I'll give you 10 words and you'll have to say what symbolizes in your life with that word. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Youth.
Energy.
Energy. Entrepreneurship.
It's a venture. Entrepreneurship is a journey.
Okay. Love.
Love. It's a part of life.
Part of life. And life?
Life is a world.
Career?
Career is a path.
Path. Partner?
Partner is motivation.
Money?
Money is living.
Fame?
Fame is face.
Media?
Media is also face actually. Media, we can take it as a knowledge also.
Success?
Success is also motivation.
So is there any piece of advice that you'd like to give to our viewers?
That I would like to give is that whatever be the situation or whatever we face during the struggle phase of the something you start up or being an entrepreneur, never lose the hope, give your best, a day will come and definitely you will get a space to grow yourself more in coming days.
We had a really enlightening conversation with you, Aakriti ji, and I'm sure our viewers must have been inspired by the stories and everything that you shared with us, and they might want to be in contact with you. So is there any contact information that you can share with our viewers?
You can directly contact me. Mostly I use the Gmail, so Gmail will be much more fruitful. So you can mail me at aakriti.pandey31@gmail.com.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you with us today on Youth in Entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much, Ritika ji, for inviting me, and also would like to give thanks to Utsaha Nepal, Youth in Entrepreneurship for providing this opportunity, and here I could share my experience. Thank you so much again.
If you have any queries or suggestions regarding this show, or if you are a young entrepreneur yourself who would like to be interviewed on our show, you can message us. You can write us on our Facebook page Youth in Entrepreneurship or Gmail us at youthinentrepreneurship@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching Youth in Entrepreneurship presented by Utsaha Learning Center. We'll be back again next week with yet another amazing guest. Till then, take care and have a wonderful week. Namaste.